All right, guys, we're here. We're back. Pit Chatter Podcast, episode number 47. Live. Well, no, we're not live. I got to say that
Jesus,
all the
here
time.
he goes
I'm
every time.
so, dude, I'm so caught up with saying live, because it used to be, I used to do the Race 22 radio show, and we were always live. We'd go on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and we were live every week. And I'm so used to saying that I can't get myself out of it, man. Can't get myself out of it. Anyways, I'm Langley Austin, host here at the Pit Chatter Podcast. My co-host, Noah Hinchee. That was the voice you heard there a moment ago. Man, I don't even want to start here, but we're gonna start here anyways. Okay. Super
Let's hear
Bowl,
it.
the freaking Eagles.
Cooper DeJean. He's a monster, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what a good birthday present for him, right?
Oh yeah, him and Saquon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell you what, they.
Although Saquon did nothing.
Oh no, he didn't, but he provided a lot. They
Yeah.
spent so much keying in on Saquon that they forgot about the rest of the guys.
I really believe that was the problem. I really think that they focused so hard on shutting him and Jalen Hurts running down that they ruined their whole, their whole day.
Look, that
And
offense didn't matter anyway. That defense looked Pat Mahomes right in his face. They pulled his pants down and they spanked his little bottom.
I mean, that was an ass whipping right there. I mean, that's what
Good
that
old
was.
fashioned ass whooping.
That was about as bad as when the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks went head to head. I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. Holy crap!
Oh yeah,
That was a bad one. Started off with the safety, I think,
yeah.
with Peyton Manning, and I mean, it didn't get any better from there. So,
I don't know what's more satisfying. Obviously, the one where he beat the Patriots, that was like a down the last second. That was awesome.
yeah,
But I mean, laying a good old fashioned ass whooping to Pat Mahomes and all these Chiefs people.
yeah.
I
The
don't
Chiefs
know what's
fans are
better.
quiet, man.
Oh
They
yeah,
they went and crawled in their hole and just moved on.
the best part of the whole thing was they only showed Taylor Swift like once.
And she got booed.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, they're on there roaring when President Trump comes on there, and when
Oh
she's
yeah,
on there, boo.
I remember it came back from commercial or something, and I heard the crowd booing, and I was like, "What the hell are they booing? There's nothing going on." And
Yeah.
then I saw the clip afterwards of them putting her on the screen. Everybody's like, "Boo!" And she's all uncomfortable.
She looked like she took that a little offensively.
Yeah, good. Maybe she won't come back.
I'm sure she uses her billions to wipe her tears away.
I don't care. Go do your own thing. Don't take football from me.
Oh my God, yeah. Listen, if we never seen her at a football game again, that'd be great. I have no problem with her and her music. I don't listen to it, but I don't have any problem with it. But man, I don't need to see her at the football games for sure.
Exactly.
But congratulations to you and all the other Eagles fans out there. I know there's a
Go
lot of them in
birds.
racing. So yeah, yeah.
They're
Well,
starting fires, eating horse shit off the street. I saw a video. Two guys stole the police horses and were riding them around in downtown Philly.
Lord have mercy.
That's hilarious.
I've never been excited enough over anything to go get arrested. Okay, it's not something I've ever been excited for.
Look, the cops probably gave it to them.
No, I mean in Philadelphia, it's possible. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. People forget that. They're like, oh, they're going to arrest them. I'm like, look, the cops grew up in Philly too.
right, right,
They're
right.
just as much a part of this. So they're probably only half doing their jobs, half partying.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, yeah. Philadelphia is an interesting place. Anyways, I've been there. I spent 2 or 3 days there one time. It is not somewhere I ever intend to go again either. So
Greatest place on earth.
yeah, that's definitely not how anybody I know would define it. But
No, not at all.
you can go with that.
I
You can
love
go
it
with that
though.
if you want to, though.
Those are my people. Okay.
Oh, they're definitely your people. I mean, they act like you're from freaking Southeast Roanoke, so
That's what I'm
they're
saying. Every
definitely your
Eagles
people.
fan is like my direct personality.
Yep, yep,
I
yep.
just get along. I fit right in with them.
I mean, I understand. I understand. So, um, switching away from football, getting into racing. This is a racing show, so
It is.
we won't get too far down the rabbit hole of the Super Bowl. Um, even though we didn't even talk about the halftime performance, but we don't
Sideline
need to.
chatter podcast coming soon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll let you do that one. I'm out. I ain't watched enough football this year to even really have an intelligent conversation about it. So, um, Florence Motor Speedway. opened up this past weekend with the Icebreaker. I know you didn't see it because as I've said before, you don't have flow. So Keelan
Time
Harvey.
out. Not only do you want me to buy Flow, now these strikes want me to start buying 18 different
Oh,
subscriptions.
oh yeah, I forgot that one wasn't on flow. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you though. The thing about it is, and we can let's start there. Okay, that's where we should start this podcast. Really is the people bitching, including you just now, bitching about separate streams. This UAR, yeah, oh gosh, I knew I was going to call it the UARA, URA, new sanctioning deal that Florence and Southern National have come up with, and their ultra broadcasting, their new streaming service. Man, they had a flawless broadcast. It was great. Watching Flow is tough sometimes because it's not the most flawless. It's got a lot of content, but not the greatest. Um, but all these people bitching, I get where people are coming from. Man, I don't want to spend another $165 a year. Well, nobody else does either. Okay, but at the same time, if you give $180 to Flow, probably $10 of that's going back to the racetracks. Okay, if you give 165 or 170, whatever it is for the ultra broadcasting, all of that goes back to the racetracks. There's your
I mean,
start.
I get that, but where is Ultra Broadcasting going to be at? They're going to be at Florence and
Well, they've got Florence, Southern National. They announced today that they've got Lakeview, which is a dirt track in South Carolina. They're slowly picking up tracks. I mean, you never know. They might be doing Ararat. You never know.
that's what I'm saying. But like, I get it. So they had a really good broadcast, but they have a
They do. They do.
small focus group here.
They do.
Flow is broadcasting 9,000 races every weekend all across the country.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
So
But
I could see why Flow's resources would be spread a little thin.
well, they are, and they're spread too thin. To be honest with you, I mean, it just the problem is the racetracks don't benefit a lot from Flow. They really don't. And I mean, I hate that, but I mean, that's the case. I mean, and the racetracks are the main people who need to benefit from that because then if the racetrack benefits, the racer benefits. I mean, it's a trickle down effect. And if all the money's going to Flow and they're not giving much of it back, and I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good conversation to be had, though. It's a good conversation to be had.
I know
Um,
Flow's expanding. They got the damn railroad dogs, the hockey teams on Flow Hockey now.
Oh, they've got every sport. Like people think, some people in racing just think, oh, I think it's flow racing. No, that's flow sports. And I mean, they
Yeah, it's
have
Flow,
high
whatever sport they're
school and
streaming.
oh yeah, they have everything, dude. High school, college. I mean, they've got all kinds of crap. I mean, flow is well worth the money. And I'm not saying that people should not, spend their money with flow, but at the same time. The amount of money going back into the racetracks and the racers and everybody's pocket is not very much, and that's an unfortunate side effect of that.
Yeah, I get
Anyways,
that.
but Ultra Broadcasting did an amazing job. Um, Steve Zacharias and Mike Diaz, Brian Voss, guys down there did a great job this past weekend. Paul Burnham, I believe his name is, that did the producing this past weekend, did a flawless job. Need to work on that pylon a little bit. Couldn't really read it. Text was a little too small. They were trying to show intervals, which don't even matter in short track racing. But because you can see you don't need an interval on there. It ain't Daytona, you know. But I think they'll get better. And picking up Lakeview today in dirt track, I think it'd be great. And I jokingly, said that they may do Ararat. I haven't had any conversation with them about it, and don't intend to. So I'm not much. I would probably honestly, from my standpoint, I would rather give away my races. When I was at Franklin County, I'd rather just give them away. Just go Facebook Live, and hope that enough people saw them. To say, man, I want to go out and watch this because when you're and that's another thing when you're on these platforms, you got to depend on somebody having spent money to go watch you. Well, if
Yeah.
you're live on Facebook for free or YouTube for free, you ain't relying on somebody having spent money to see it. So the base of people that you could draw to you is so much bigger.
Well, and
I
I
don't.
know we've talked about it before. A lot of the old heads, they think that if they stream their races, that it's going to take away from the fans coming to the track. But I think it's the complete opposite. I mean, if I see a track like Ararat somewhere I've never been before streaming live, and it's a badass race on Facebook,
Yeah.
I'll be like, you know what? I'm looking at the schedule and I'm saying, all right, next week I'm going.
Yeah, I agree. I think it has its pros and cons. I think there are instances in which it keeps people at home, and I think there are instances in which it draws people out. I mean, in 2020, when we were only getting 900 and some people in the stands, um, you know, having to be limited by the
Yeah.
government there.
Yeah.
Um,
6 feet.
yeah, 6 feet. We were all 6 feet away. We were showing some of the races live on Facebook. And Kim, my wife, was working the gate at the time, and she said because we had a double header, July 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 5th, or 5th and whatever it was. So, and she told me that she said there was a lot of people the second day came in and said, "Man, we were watching you guys on Facebook last night. Didn't even know this place was still open." Bam.
Yeah.
Instantly got ticket sales off of that. So there is, streaming has its pros. I mean, it definitely has its cons as well, but it has its pros. And I think every racetrack's just got to find the best way to use it,
Yeah.
and we got to get people like you to quit being so cheap and actually pay for this stuff. So,
Look, I've said it 100 times. I was ready to buy it that day in the tower. I said, you know what? I'm tired of it. And then I checked, and they don't went up another $30.
well, I mean, listen, you better hurry up and get it before they go up another $30. Okay.
I hope Look, say what you will on 47. He might, I'm gonna put in a call. Maybe he could lower the price of flow down.
I don't think that's happening. Listen, him lowering the prices on anything ain't going too good. Okay. He
Look,
may
I'm
be
gonna
doing a
send him.
lot of stuff, but that ain't one of
I'm gonna write him a letter and I will tell him we need flow race and make it great again, make it cheap again.
them. Well, I mean, you were too cheap when it was cheap to buy it. So,
I just wish they did a pay-per-view thing.
no, you don't.
The,
No, you don't.
the
You do
only
not wish that. You
No, you
think
can
you do,
either
but you
pay
don't.
for the yearly subscription, or if you want, like when I want to watch the late model race at Martinsville, I can just pay $15 to watch that race.
Why would they do it for $15 though? I mean, a ticket to get in is 30. I mean, it should probably be at least 50 or $100 for that one race.
That's ridiculous.
But it's the reality of it. It is the reality of it, in my opinion.
I don't think so.
Anyways, back to Florence. Keelan Harvick run his first limited race. I don't like talking about these Cup affiliated people, but I'm gonna
That was
go through their
crazy.
results a little bit. Run his first race, won his first race. I mean, the KHI cars are always cheated up. So I mean, who knows? I mean, they get disqualified more than anybody. So who knows what the case was there? Ricky
Why
Locklear
couldn't I
Jr.
be
finished
born
third
with
in
a
that race.
NASCAR dad?
Well, I mean, I
That
don't know.
kid is on pace. He's going to be in the ARCA series next year.
I don't think he'll be old
He's
enough,
going
but
to be in trucks in 3 years. I
it,
mean, damn.
it certainly won't be long for sure. It certainly won't be long for sure.
So it's not
Uh,
fair. It ain't the best
well,
drivers. It's are you
well,
connected or not?
we it's been a long time since NASCAR was about the best drivers, but that's another conversation for another day. Jody Meesmer picked up the win in the trucks. I guess he tore his truck up and then came back. He tore his truck up in practice or qualifying or something, and came back and won the race. Matt Cox picking up the win in the late model race, the main event there. Caden Quapple ended up second after Tristan McKee got disqualified for being too light. A little controversy there over his weight. Um, Laney Bice driving for Lee Pulliam. She finished third. Darren Krantz Jr. was fourth. Mason Diaz picked up a fifth place finish after starting basically dead last. He cannot qualify for crap, but made his way up there to the front and battled up there. Nobody really had anything for Matt Cox. I don't think. I mean, Tristan McKee led a lot of laps, but Matt Cox let him kind of burn his stuff up and go on. But not a whole lot of other stuff going on in that race. Connor Hall and Doug Barnes Jr. got together, the two 88 cars. That could be the new rivalry this year for the Cars Tour. We'll see how that plays out. And Ricky Locklear Jr. picked up the win in the Stars Super Stock Series. Local racer Brittany Cochran running in it. She ended up eighth. She didn't have the weekend she wanted for sure. A lot of racing going on down in Florida. I ain't even gonna get into results or anything. Connor Jones got disqualified the other night. I will we'll talk about this. Connor Jones got disqualified the other night. He's in a Mike Darn racing car, and he got disqualified for one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen a racetrack disqualify somebody for. I guess I get it. I say this all the time: rules are rules, but damn, some of them are just stupid. Um, but he got disqualified for having safety wire on his boosters, basically, in his carburetor. It's basically to keep the boosters from falling in and hanging up the throttle. It's a safety thing. I don't know why in the world we would ever, disqualify somebody for that. But
Yeah, that don't sound like it makes a lot of sense. But
no.
I don't know enough about it. I know some of these people be doing stuff in the name of safety
Oh yeah.
that is not really for safety.
You mean like your control arm? Yeah, I need that to get my
It was for
stuff
safety. I
here.
didn't want my
Safety.
right front hump to break.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. I remember.
And it worked. It never broke. I was the safest I ever was, up there a mile ahead of everybody.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, no doubt about it. Too bad. Too bad that Barry Wilson came in and questioned that, and we took that away.
Look, we all knew what was coming. Trey started that avalanche weeks prior.
No, no. Well, Barry Wilson started it. Okay, Barry Wilson started it, and then your brother from another mother, Wesley Givens, finished that one off.
Look, all I know is I wrecked. I broke something. I don't remember what it was, but they took the wheel off. Trey was sniffing around over there, and next thing you know, everybody at the track knows about my control arm.
That's probably how your brother Wes found out about it for sure. So
Yeah, probably so.
probably good old Trey. Yeah, well, that's why we made him an official because he was doing such a good job taking care of official duties there.
Yeah, he's taking care of Slate Myers real well.
Jesus,
About caught a radio upside the head.
yeah, he about did. Bert about got him on that one for sure, for sure. Let's see what else is going on in racing. Looking around there a few minutes ago. Oh, Franklin County, they doing a little work to the what used to be like the backside VIP suite over there. Looked like they got it the rest of the way. We had started gutting it out a couple of years ago. Looks like they got it the rest of the way gutted out and ready to go to make some renovations there.
Yeah, I need to go out there so I can give a progress report on the next podcast. I haven't even been out there, but I know they're doing a lot of crap. I know that's what they spent about a whole day working on that building.
Yeah.
It was last week. They're doing all kinds of stuff. It's coming along.
Well, listen, every we both know that everything there needs at least a day, even to get started on.
At
So,
least.
they got their hands full. They got a lot to do, and man, this weather we had today didn't help any.
Yeah, no, and then we're losing Daryl. He decided he's too good. He's going on a cruise for 2 weeks.
Well, good for Daryl. Good
Yeah.
for him.
He
Um,
gonna go out there. He done got the all drinks included package.
Lord have mercy.
He gonna be schmammered for 2 weeks straight.
They're gonna be out of business when he gets back.
It's bad.
Listen, if they'd have took you with them and you had the all good, God Almighty, but the company would have never made it.
Probably not. They would have been put out of business.
I
They would
I
have had
believe it
to helicopter in some more Bud Lights.
for sure, for sure, for sure. I don't know. I don't know what does Daryl drink other than
Miller.
yeah. Well, okay, he don't drink no liquor, does he?
No, I've never seen him drink liquor.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing for the cruise.
That was probably in his olden days, back when he had the mullet.
Right, right, right.
I
Uh,
gotta. We're gonna have to show the people a picture of Daryl back in the day.
yeah,
He looked like the typical Dale Earnhardt fan. He had the mustache with the mullet, like a savage.
I can only imagine. Oh,
He's now he's a reformed gentleman now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Hey, I'll tell you one thing that I have seen that's I feel like every year can tell you a lot about the season upcoming, and that's how the crowds have been in Florida. Man, the crowds have been great in the grandstands in Florida at just about not all the races. I mean, there's some of those New Smyrna runs for 9 nights straight. Some of those nights they just don't really have a great racing program, so there's not a lot of people there. But man, the crowd there tonight, the crowd the other night for the modified race, one of the other nights was pretty good. The crowds at these dirt races have been really solid. I have found over the years that that is usually a good indicator of how things are going to be on the weekly racing as the season goes on. So that's very, very encouraging for all the
It
tracks,
amazes
really.
me that they can get a crowd for that many nights straight. I mean, I don't care if you're, NASCAR or Daytona, you ain't getting a big crowd, whatever,
No,
2 weeks in a row.
no, no, but I mean they do draw some really good crowds down there. And they got the ASA race and the ASA national races there tonight. Um, Ty Majeski and you got like Christopher Bell's in it. That's at New Smyrna and big sexy Brandon Overton just won over at Volusia in the heat race. Um, they got
Is
some
that
good
how that's
races going.
pronounced?
What's that?
Volusia?
Volusia, yeah.
I don't remember what I always said. Louisa or something like that. I don't remember.
Jesus Christ! I wish I would have let you say it tonight. Then.
Louisa Speedway.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Good day, good day. Have you spent a lot of time? I know you're going to be. I assume we hadn't really got in detail. So your job. What is your job for this season upcoming at Franklin County?
So similar to last year, however, since now Timmy has a full time guy in the tower,
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a lot more, straight up interviews for social media and stuff afterwards. I made a joke when there's a big wreck and the cleanup crew's out there doing a lot. I'm gonna go interview them live in front of everybody and be
And
like, everybody's staring at you. You better hurry up.
I
Timmy's
mean,
getting pissed off up there in the tower. But yeah, I'm gonna do all kind. I got a bunch of ideas in the works. I'm getting
yeah,
a 4-wheeler too. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna talk to the crowd. We're gonna
that's
talk to
just
concession stand worker,
that's just
whoever
what
I
you need. It's
see.
a four wheeler. Jesus.
I'm working on the t-shirt cannon
Yeah.
or the hot dog cannon, whatever I
Jesus.
stuff in there that day.
Jesus.
We're
Just
gonna have a good
don't
old
put no
time.
batteries in there. Okay.
No, no batteries.
You've already tried to kill them with that. Don't do that again. Don't do
We're gonna kill them with wieners.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Slinging wieners.
We're gonna sling a wiener right at them. But yeah, I'm
Gosh.
doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like it. Well, that'll be good. That'll be good. I wasn't sure. I was gonna, make a comment about you, announcing, but I guess it sounds like you're gonna be doing less announcing and more social media, which is very much needed.
Pit reporter.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Terry, the announcer there, he'll do a good job. Terry Radford. He'll bring a unique personality to the place. He's been a little unique for the last couple of weeks on Facebook too. So
Yeah, you think.
Hey, listen, you don't ever know. Listen, I mean, his last job, he pissed off Dale Jr. So I mean, there's no telling how.
What did he do to Dale
Oh
Jr.?
Lord, you don't even know. I mean, Lord have mercy. At the last, I believe. Don't quote me on this, but this is how I think it went down. Okay, Dale Jr. qualified like crap at Florence last year,
Yeah.
for the big late model race that he was in down there. Well, I believe Terry was running down the front straightaway, and he made the joke to the crowd that he was running faster than Dale Jr. was on his qualifying run. That did
Oh,
not go.
come on.
That
That's
did not
funny.
go over. Oh, it was funny. I thought it was
That's funny.
hilarious. Okay. I don't think everybody else, and Dale Jr. included, thought that was funny. He even mentioned it on his podcast. He's like, and the announcer's up here making jokes about me.
Damn.
Oh,
Got him
Lord.
fired.
Well, he was moving anyways, I guess, so it didn't really matter. But oh man, that was some good entertainment, anyways.
Yeah, he's a wild character. When Timmy told me that's who he was going to be, I went and added him on Facebook, and immediately I was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's definitely a character, and he'll bring a unique. He likes Franklin County. He he does a good job of both laughing about, making fun of Franklin County, and showing his endearment to the place at the same time. So he'll be really good for the place. I think because I think he's going to enjoy it a lot, and I think that. I think he'll bring a unique perspective from the tower.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with him. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I
That
think
way,
it'll
I
be.
don't, I can do what I want, and I don't have to worry about talking about nothing. He got all that covered. And
Well, like last year, we didn't really have an announcer in the tower, so I was filling in sometimes. Had other people filling in
yeah, you
sometimes. Had
surprised
you
me on
filling
that
in
first race.
sometimes. Lord and mercy.
You were like, "Why aren't you talking?" And I'm like, "I thought you was gonna have a guy." And you're like, "No, you got to do it." And I was like, "Oh
Well, the
well."
goal was to have a guy, but the guy never came through, and well, here we are. You know what I mean? And that's just what we had last year. But
Although I'm
luckily,
kind of
you'll have a
sad
better
about it
situation this year.
because I don't know how much you were listening because I think you were in the pits most of the time for that last race,
I was in the pits for the last race.
so you weren't hearing me. But
No,
I basically, which I never really did because most of the time you were in the tower.
yeah,
But I fully commentated like the whole race from the pits. Can't even hear myself. I'm covering the mic up
yeah,
when the cars go by because I know it's blasting through the speakers.
yeah.
But I felt like I was really starting to hone in my announcing skills.
Well, they'll.
Obviously, my appearance on Flow Racing was not that great. I was nervous as hell.
It was pretty bad. I mean, you and
I
I
was so
watched it in the
nervous,
tower that day. It was pretty bad.
and I was a little, feeling pretty
Well,
good.
the Pepsis had got the best of you by then.
I was so nervous I couldn't stop. I had to do something to get the nerves out. I was like, "What do you mean I'm gonna be on Flow Racing?"
Jesus, Lord of mercy.
But it was also not a great race to start me off with. Let's be honest. That was a
No,
boring Legends race.
that was, man. I don't know why. It seems like every time we put a local division at Franklin County, every time we would put a local division with the um, smart modifieds, the local divisions just did not shine, and I don't know why. Like they just cowered, and like even the race you won, what a boring, terrible race that was.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, I mean, it was awful. And it's the best class at the track. And then, the Legends cars got great racing right up until that race last
Yeah,
year.
they gave
Bam.
up on that one.
They just turned
But
it off.
that's
They said, you know
honestly
what, we're
kind of
done.
when it started
It is.
nosediving
It
was
is.
right that night.
I agree. I agree.
But yeah,
Um,
I feel like I was just honing in my skills. I'm gonna try to get maybe announced once or twice.
yeah, I am sure that, if you continue to work at it and continue to do it, you will down the line you'll need those skills again. So,
Yeah, but as of now, I'm focusing on more Bobby Gillespie interviews.
I mean, that was a good one. I mean, of course, at that point, all you had to do was just say, "Hey, Bobby, talk to me."
That's all I did.
I mean,
What's hilarious is he was so calm.
yeah.
I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
"Hey, Bobby, can I interview you?" He was like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah.
I was like, "What happened?" He just went off.
Yeah. Well, he's had years of race 22 people interviewing him at different races and stuff, including my dumbass, and he so he knew how to turn it on, and that was a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I can get more people like that because I tried that a few times last year. Stonewall, when him and Josh Phillips about planted their car. Stonewall was over screaming and cussing. He's going to do this. He's wrecking somebody. He's doing that. And I was like, all right, talk to me. And he's like, yeah, I'll have to look at the video. I don't know what happened. I was like, damn it, man. You ruined it.
That's what these guys do. They think they gotta play to the camera or something when in reality people would much rather see the raw emotion.
Yeah, they're doing the opposite. They think they're trying to be, that's what I don't want. I can
Yeah,
talk to anybody and get that.
exactly,
I want to
exactly.
see you pissed off.
Yep, I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I, I think I think it'll be interesting with you doing that. I think that'll bring a good perspective. I wish we could have done more of it last year, but when you're trying to halfway announce a race and do all the pit road stuff and do the interviews afterwards, it's hard to do everything.
Yeah, it was all right. I had fun.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good
I've been
learning
telling people,
experience for sure.
everybody's been screwing with me, and I'm telling them, like, I swear being on, like, I wouldn't call it operate, like, media or announcing side of things,
Yeah,
I feel like it's just as fun
yeah.
as
Oh yeah,
actually racing because I get to be all up in the middle of everything, but it's not. It's
Yeah,
not my car I have to worry about.
right. You ain't got to fix
I ain't
nothing
got worried
afterwards.
about me getting my ass beat.
Well, maybe. Listen, I got thrown on the hood one time. Okay, so I mean, it can happen. Okay,
Well, when some people
so
are fighting and you put a camera 2 inches from their face, you
whoa,
might
whoa,
catch a
whoa, hold
stray.
on. No, I was not 2 inches from their face. Let's be clear. I was
You
like
got in
more.
there pretty close. You're up
I
there with the
listen.
camera.
I was more than a car width away. Okay, just for the record here. But now I have been right in the middle. Okay, I mean, there's been a many a times when I'm standing over their back as they're fighting, holding the camera down, so you could see the fight happening. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
I mean, you're either in the entertainment business or you're not, and I was in there.
that's what I'm saying though. That's why I like you get to get right up in there, and you know
Yeah. Oh, it's
you're
fun.
you're part of all of it.
People don't know how much fun it is. I mean, it's like doing this podcast. I mean, like we're kind of bullshitting through things right now because it's winter and there's nothing really going on. But doing this podcast is even just to sit down and have the conversation. You got to spend so much time in your mind thinking about what you're going to talk about. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Every week when we'd recap the races, I mean, God, I'd have to go watch videos because I couldn't remember from Saturday to Tuesday.
yeah.
What happened. By then I'd done forgot, and we tried to one the day after July 4th, and it was worse than the other ones because I guess we hadn't had time to process it. You know what I mean? So people don't know how much work it is, but how rewarding it is, how much fun it is.
It's definitely a
So
skill you have to develop.
it is.
Yeah,
It is.
because people think, oh, you're just going on there and talking. Be like, yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a little bit more than that.
it
You
is.
got to keep it interesting. You can't have long gaps in between of silence,
Yeah, yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
what you get in everyday conversation. I mean, it's a little bit more than just a
Yeah, it is.
everyday
It
thing.
is. For sure. For sure. Um, Switching gears a little bit, and I got most of my rules out. Air rat, bull ring. Most of my rules are out. I got my stock four slash front wheel drive rules left to go, and my renegade slash street stock, whatever these things are. I don't even know. I don't know how to quantify them yet. You know what I mean? They're kind of a mixed bag division, and but I got those to go, and I got to get my schedule out here. Hopefully, I'll have it out. I was planning on having it out by this past weekend, and then I just kind of got you know detoured on that, working on some touring series that have messaged me and tried to, come and seeing how that goes. And I tell you what, the hardest thing about this is, at Franklin County, I knew what my dollars and cents was. You know what I mean? I knew okay, this is going to come through the gate. This is going to come through the gate. This is how this is going to work. I'll have this money to do this with. Well, in this, well, I don't have a clue. I don't have the first clue. So when a touring series says, "Yeah, man, we're 7,500 or $10,000 or whatever the number is for the night," I don't have any answer. When they say that, I just have to think to myself, well, can I make that? Can I take that in the course of a night? Because I don't have any idea. Am I gonna have two fans or 200 fans or 2,000 fans? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what it's kind of the good and the bad.
It
That
is.
first night, you never know how it's going to work up. You
Yeah.
could have 10 cars and 12 fans, or you could have, 15 car fields at least and a ton of fans there super happy and super excited to come
Yeah.
watch. I
Well,
mean,
I
but
I genuinely think the second of what you just said, the latter of what you said, is what's going to happen on opening night. And it's typically, I think, Franklin County, Timmy's new, the new shiny penny. You know what I mean?
yeah, people
Everybody
want to see
loves a
it.
new shiny penny. You know what I mean? And I think so. First night, I think there's going to be a lot of cars. I think there's going to be a lot of people in comparison to what the regular crowd will be. Um, you just got to hope you hook them. You know what I mean?
You'll probably get a good little wave at the beginning,
Yeah. Oh, I think
probably the
yeah,
first
yeah.
2, 3 races, and then it'll settle into what it's going
Mm,
to normally be.
yeah. And then, but right now's the time you got to be putting all these deals together. You know what I mean? The touring series wants 10,000. Well, I don't know if I can make 10,000. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can do that. Can I sustain that with the other purses that I've got? You know, what are they? You know what I mean? How many people are coming in the pits with these people? I have no idea how many people's coming in the pits. With each one of these deals. Um, so it's just I don't know. I'm trying to feel my way through and not make any super huge mistakes. I don't want to go in and say, yeah, I'll take this $7,500 purse on, and we get there and I make $3,500, and I go, well, what the hell am I going? How am I going to pay this other 4,000 here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm about to dig that out of my safe or out of my backyard. buddy of mine, he says that my backyard is full of mason jars that's got money in it from like 2020 or something. So I guess I have to dig one of those out. I don't know.
We're gonna have to find it. What's your address?
My address is actually easy to find, but I mean, good luck to you. I mean, if you find anything, give me 10%. You can have the rest. So, you know, whatever it is.
Look, we're gonna find it. I'll be up here tomorrow with a backhoe.
I mean, I'm just, more than likely. I mean, I'm not the one that hit it. If it's hidden, it was my wife, and she's probably a lot better at it than I would be. So,
You
women
like
are good at
Cy
hiding
for
money.
Duck Dynasty?
Yeah.
He hit a bunch of. He said it was old currency. It was worth a ton of money. They dug it up. It was just a bunch of old nickels and dimes. That's how you gonna be. Dig up a jar full of pocket change,
I mean, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't
some
surprise me.
lint,
Yeah, we
few buttons,
right. That's about all you get out of mine. Mine probably be some belly button lint or something. You know what I mean?
a Cheeto.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lord of mercy. Launched a new podcast. Sort of. We just did the test pilot for the new Bull Ring Banner podcast. That'll be a weekly podcast leading into the season and weekly during the season. I don't know what we'll do in the off season. We'll see. For that, going to keep this up here. With Pitch Chatter podcast. Try to be more regional, but we're still going to be kind of Franklin County geared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the primary people that listen to this. So we'll try to keep it going that way. But also, we talked about Florence tonight. We talked about New Smyrna. We talked about the other things. So we'll try to keep all that going. But hopefully we'll have more to talk about here in the next couple of weeks. Things got to get ramping up here soon.
I can't wait until the season starts, and because we got a lot of at least three tracks with some new stuff going on. We got Natural Bridge, Area Rap, Franklin County.
Yep.
We're gonna have some stuff to talk about. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, and even South Boston, with their big, $20,000, late model championship thing and 75,000 overall. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have some good nights and some good storylines coming out of there for sure.
What do you think about old Motor Mile coming over to Franklin County? That was crazy. I never expected that.
I wasn't surprised. They sponsored the track back in 2007, 8 ish. Um, you know, I'll be honest with you. I kind of I'm probably in the minority here. Like everybody else was all, shocked and thinking it was, a big deal, and I'm over here like, I mean, it's a car dealership. They need to advertise. Ain't got nothing to do with the racetrack, And I was kind of confused on that. I ain't gonna lie.
It just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, they spend a lot of money marketing, and I think Franklin County is in their realm, and like I said, they've done it before there, and they've been very supportive. People can talk all the crap they want to about David Hagan, because the track's not there, not open now, and all this other stuff, and they can talk about all that. But I mean, he's been very supportive of the racing community for years. He used to sponsor Jeff Agnew and different people, and he bought cars and had them and had people racing them. I think he's still got like a super street car or something that Ricky Beaver drives. So I mean,
What a name.
it is a good one for sure. Um, but David's been super supportive of the short track racing community, so I wasn't surprised about that at all. I was, I just found the whole shock by everybody odd. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
I
I've been
don't I
maybe
don't
I've been doing
know
this too long. I don't know.
I don't know that guy, so I don't know nothing about him. But I can tell you at
Yeah.
least the racers there. Well, when it was Motor Mile Speedway, it was kind of a we're better than Franklin County type feel. We're high class. You guys are just a riffraff over there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of how they still look at it. I've talked to a few of them that I'm friends with some of the guys that race there. They never race with me, and they're not going to race with Timmy. I mean, it's just I don't know why. I ask them all the time why, and it just I don't know what it is. Those guys just they would rather sit at home and not race than to actually go there and race, and I don't know why. It
Makes no
doesn't make
sense
any
to
sense to
me.
me. I listen. I've been doing this for a long time, and it still makes no sense to me. So and I've tried to reason over the years why they do, why they don't go, or why they feel that way, and I I've run out of reasons. So I really don't know. I really don't know. I think Timmy's putting his best foot forward, and I think he's gonna do a good job there, and I mean his success will depend on all the rest of those guys, though. I mean that's the thing. Whether he's successful or not ain't got anything to do with what he does. It'll have all to do with what the racers do, and we'll just see how that shakes out, I guess.
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be fun, and
I
I'm sure
think
it'll
it's
be a good
going to
season.
work out. It's going to be cool to see all this new stuff going on everywhere, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. It's coming up quick too.
Yeah, I don't know how many days it is till Franklin County's opener. I don't know if y'all got a countdown going or not. I think I'm at like 74 or 75 for Ararat, so which means y'all got like 21 days less. So y'all are in the 50 range here.
Yeah. I like Kent Chrisley's idea. We should have went out there today and had a snowball derby.
Nah, listen, I think it would have been great. I always pitched the idea. I pitched the idea on Facebook many times and thought about it. Just the timing of the storms and have never worked to make it work. And I still don't know if it's a good idea or not. I don't know if people will do it. Up north, man. They get a little snow, they go out and race. Down here, this culture is just so different. Just totally, totally different.
Yeah. I saw that video. Who was it in a late model that was, kind of running some half laps around
You
that
know,
track that had snow on it?
I don't know who was driving it, but that was the car that's owned by Cody Summer, that does the Gateway Nationals, the promoter at the Gateway Nationals. But I don't know who the heck was driving it at the time. I don't know who his
I got
driver was
excited
either.
when I saw that clip. I was like, hold on, we about to see a dirt late model race in the snow
I mean,
because that would have been so cool.
I guess for them though, I mean, they're throwing it sideways in the corner anyways. It ain't really a whole lot of
It
difference.
it probably wouldn't have been. It might be a little bit more slick,
Yeah, a little more
but
treacherous
to them
maybe.
it doesn't really matter.
No, no, they'll set it up and make it work for sure. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
that was
excited.
cool.
I thought we was going to see a late model race on the snow.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see that anytime soon.
No,
So
be cool though.
yep, 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 for sure. All right, before we get out of here on this episode 47, you got anything else?
Not that I can think of. Go Birds. Go
Oh
Cooper
God,
DeJean.
Jesus.
Jalen Hurts is your daddy. All that.
I'll be glad when in a week or two when that's all forgotten.
Yeah, I've already kind of moved on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But you had to get through this episode first, though, right?
I thought the first, after the first one, it was like months of but that was our first one. I thought they were all going to be like that. Turns out after you win the first one, they're not as exciting anymore.
Yeah. I mean, they still burn the city down,
Oh
drive a
yeah,
linen truck, and all kinds of other ignorance. But
it'd be awesome to see that in person. One year I might have to go.
right, right. I mean, the great thing about it is if they go to the Super Bowl and you go to Philadelphia to watch that, win or lose, they're doing it.
Oh yeah, no matter what,
I mean, no
that
matter
city
what,
is getting burned down.
just make sure you're wearing something that says the Eagles on it because they may kill you otherwise. So.
Oh yeah,
All
definitely.
right, well, let's get out of here on that. Episode 47 in the books. We'll be back next Wednesday. See you.
Bing bong.